How could I possibly be upset right now? It's impossible. We played well again today. They pitched well. They beat us on the mound. Jake was outstanding. They're good. They beat us today. We meatloafed them. I'll take it. If we have this kind of a homestand for the rest of the season, I'd be very pleased. There's nothing to be upset about. Zero. Effort, chance to tie and win in the ninth inning again. There's nothing you could say badly about our group. KB, he's fine and everything. Just and then, excuse me, Johnny goes out there. Herrera's not played. Works two really good at bats. Makes some really nice plays on defense. I'm very pleased.
Was it a stomach thing or what?
I think so. I mean, I haven't really had a chance. A little dehydration.
Said you had post-game moves to tell us about.
We're working on some stuff right now. We will say this, that excuse me, Wada will pitch in San Diego, which we all know it means. I'm not going to say in San Diego, and that'll be on Wednesday. Great movie, by the way. You've all seen it. It's unbelievable.
Is it fair to say that when you get to San Diego, you won't have 14 pitchers on the active roster?
Yes. What is this?
You can
I
elaborate if you want.
I'm just trying to draw the correlation between which game show. Yes, there won't be 14 pitchers. No, we're honestly we're discussing some things right now to try to get this balanced out a little bit more. The off day really helps. Today, Cup pitched and Schlitter pitched, so we're the bullpen with a lot of guys with 2 days off and some with 3 they're going to be fine by Tuesday. So there's the bullpen's coming back to us right now.
How badly needed is this off day? 17 in a row.
Yeah, but then again, we played really well. You know, I mean, sometimes, almost be careful what you wish for. We've been playing. The off day is really pertinent right now based on the pitching more than anything, the bullpen. However, we got into a nice little groove by playing a lot, and I like that. I'm feeling among the group right now there's kind of a rhythm about the day, and they feel pretty good about it, and that's it's good stuff.
Jake today?
Outstanding. Really good stuff. They get the ball that Harrison hits, and that was, if you want to talk about wind dated, everybody's worried about homers. That's a wind dated base hit. And then Cervelli serves it out to right, and they get a run. And that's it. He was outstanding. Not a bad thing to say about him. Their guy was really good. He kept us off balance. Burnett's pretty much reinvented himself, but he's pitching at a very high level right now. But we were there. We were there moment for moment. They just got their own. We didn't.
Did that ball that Harrison hit, did that sort of fool Castro a little bit how far it went? Because he started running, then he backpedaled, and he probably backpedaled.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That was like, everybody looks at the wind-dated home run. That's the wind-dated base hit, pop-up. It kind of, I thought it kind of hooked back on him, too. It was just it wasn't anywhere near where he thought it was going to end up. And, again, that's what you talk about, when you talk about the wind here, just to really pay attention to the flags and that kind of stuff, because he's really good at pop-ups. Sterling's really good at pop-ups. That ball just kept going away from him and going away from him.
As you sort of reconstruct your pitching staff, describe your communication with Chris Bosio and how you guys are going about the best of the situation.
Yeah, it's constant. It's daily. Just trying to put everybody in a spot to be successful, and we're looking at the teams that are coming up and who plays well against these particular teams, talking about pitching-wise. It's at that time where you could, with the day off, permit you to reanalyze or look at things a little bit differently if you choose to. So we're still in the process of doing all that stuff.
How tough was it with 3 bench players, all of whom you used?
You have to be patient. You just have to be patient. Like right there, there was a scenario that I was going to use Wellington earlier, but it didn't pop, so he's got to go back to the bench. 2 outs, nobody on. I wanted David and Wellington hitting there. I was looking for a spot for Wellington hit against a lefty with somebody on base. Almost happened, then went away. And then in the end there, looking at my work in advance, he's the best matchup off the bench versus Melanson. Save him for that pitcher spot. So that's what happens when you have limited number of options. You try to make the most of those matchups. That we normally we're only going to hit primarily for the pitcher. There's sometimes in left field and obviously sometimes at the catching position. But it didn't work out badly today. We were actually okay. I mean, Ross, good swing at that ball, just got in on him a little bit. Castillo with the really well-struck ball to right field, and Herrera was forced into duty based on illness, whatever.
What is your emergency outfielder?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If it got to that point where Weldy came up and we had tied the game and he had pinch hit, he's coming out, Coughlin was going to come in at third base, and Woody's going to go play the outfield. It was all there. There's really interchangeable parts and very athletic guys, so you can do those things.
Yeah, we were a little more flexible when Woody was starting because he
Yeah.
had extra pitcher.
Right.
Does that change things?
Yeah.
How many pitchers you can carry? and how many
Well, it only changes in the flexibility with him. When he's as a relief pitcher, if he's not going to be utilized that day because he's thrown too much, then he becomes a bench player. As a starter, he was always a bench player when he was not pitching. So if he's available in the bullpen, he's not the same kind of a bench player that he would be otherwise. So there's all the little nuance with him, and he's hip. We talk about it in advance, and he always stays ready.
Are your reports on Mustella good, and does it see a possibility soon?
It's not good. Rip's reports right now. We're waiting to hear back on him right now. Not
He got
good.
hurt. Hit today, or was it?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure exactly,
He
but
came out.
he came out, so I'm not exactly sure what happened.
How special do you think it would be for Bryant to go back to San Diego and spend so much time?
Real special. He's an old Torero from back there. It's a beautiful campus. If you've never been up there, the USD, it's beautiful. I'm really happy for him. It's always a little bit more stressful. Tickets, friends, going back to Philadelphia, unbelievable. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it for him. And my advice is just going to be learn how to say no.
What have your reports been on Wada and how he's done?
Well, really well. I mean, typically, he's not the hard thrower, but he's got great action on his fastball. He's been throwing the ball extremely well. He feels great. I saw him last year versus the Rays, and I liked him. I like guys that pitch at the top of the strike zone effectively, and he's one of those guys. Big ballpark out there where fly balls can be run down, so it could be a nice matchup.